guys, welcome back to another episode of Not That Complicated. It's Tejah.
Jametra
and Morgan. Hey guys.
How's it going? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a good weekend. What's vibrating on me? Oh, what is going on here? Okay, well, let's just get on into what we gotta do. Get into our icebreaker of the week.
Okay, this week we're gonna do another Mary Fuck Kill, but we're gonna step on over to the white women's. And this time we have Kim Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, or Khloe Kardashian.
What? This is sick. This is racist. This is racism in the flesh. This is white supremacy in a goddamn icebreaker. If I ever just do it myself.
And counterproductive. Tejah?
I'ma kill Khloe because of the earring backs.
Probably number one. She has to die.
Yeah.
I knew
I'm gonna marry Kim just because she got the most money, and then I'll fuck Kourtney because she's definitely not having sex with Kim. Marrying her because she has more money.
No, I said I'll marry Kim because she's the type of bitch you can tell what to do. You saw how easily Kanye West made her turn into his model. You saw how easily he took control over her life. So I was like, aside from her money, you can turn that bitch very easily until Chris get a hold of her and get some info on you. But by then it wouldn't matter because we'll be done.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
what about you, Morgan?
I'm gonna go with different answers. So, and I'll tell you why.
I mean, that's the right answer, so I'm confused.
If
I'm
it
gonna tell
doesn't
you
include
why.
killing, what's her name, Khloe? That means you're
No,
sticking to
Khloe.
My answers have meaning, and I'm gonna say why. Okay, so I'm going to.
So she's not killing Khloe. Got it.
I'm gonna kill Kourtney because me and Kourtney's personalities just do not mix. She's very indecisive, and that is like a huge pet peeve of mine. Huh?
Your personality matches with Khloe? Khloe.
Can I get further along? Thank you. Okay, so from what I've observed, me and Kourtney's personalities do not mesh. She's very indecisive and very like monotone. Hate that. So she has to go. Okay, I would have to have sex with Kim, not because I would want to, just because it has to go with the game. And I'll marry Khloe, and this is why. Khloe in the family is more of like the giver, and she's like compassionate and stuff, whereas Kim is more get over it.
So you don't want anybody.
So it's
like, you don't want anybody to tell you there's children dying. You don't want him when you remember when Kim lost her her earrings,
her diamonds, her diamond earrings.
That's why.
Like Kourtney is entitled. She's monotone, entitled, and very indecisive. Like I can't deal. So
all Kourtney want to do is be with her kids.
It's like
and be with her boyfriend now.
I'm honestly thinking personality wise, like what could I put up with for like a marriage? And that's Khloe's personality out of everybody.
It's Kim? Oh, it's Khloe's. Khloe. That's interesting.
Because
I guess Kim I could see that her personality
Kim nice, but her like primary personality type is not very,
it's not there. She doesn't have
but
one.
Khloe is like,
yes,
she's kind of funny sometimes.
Yeah, she just wants gifts.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from that.
Those are the reasons behind my answers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want earring backs anywhere near me, so.
Yeah.
I really don't ever want to be put in this position in real life, so.
He did say that.
I mean,
He said that. He said it smelled like earring backs. I do not
I
want that
feel
in
like
my
the whole
bed.
thing is sick, honestly. The question was sick. So
I thought there was
100%.
a clear answer, but obviously you gave the opposite.
What can you do? All right. What's next?
Like,
Oh, shoot. My leg itching. Pop culture.
we have,
Oh, you hit the
I actually
transition.
have some this week. Um,
wow,
Yes.
that never happened.
Finally. Ouch. I hit my finger.
wow. Oh
All
my
right.
goodness. I actually have some this
All
week.
right, Morgan, what you got for us?
Tell us. I'm intrigued.
Me go first? Okay, the first one is honorable mention because I spent a good hour at work cracking up at this video. Why is Tyrese online? Not online, but he was let his girlfriend put him on Instagram shaving her cooter. And why was he behaving like
I don't
that?
know.
When do you understand how hard I was laughing? Because I was like, what is wrong with you? And what is wrong with this man?
Literally.
Is he sick in the head?
Yeah, that was
I
ridiculous.
was
There
I
are
was
cracking.
just
like,
so many
hell no.
issues.
Why? And apparently there was people at his house.
Oh my, because he
I
was
want to
hosting
believe that was
posting.
before they got there.
No, they said because he had on the same exact shirt that he was shaving the cooter with on
I
at the
know. I'm
party.
saying I was hoping that happened before they got there. Like, just because it was in the same day doesn't mean it was necessarily at the same time. Is what I'm saying.
Why
So
he
I'm
had the same
hoping.
outfit on? Why he had the same outfit on? He
I
should
want to
have
know
put
why it
on
was put on
the
Instagram. Why are we recording this and putting this on Beyonce's internet?
yeah. And she had her legs up like she was about to give birth. It was just a lot going on over there. It was funny. But my real one is on this. I sent it to y'all on. I sent the comment when somebody said, what do you mean by when you say graduated? But all this stemmed from Ocho
Mhm.
Cinco, who is a known rich man, who's known to be giving, who's known for all of that. But he posted a screenshot of his a conversation with one of his kids asking for money. No, well, they weren't asking for money. They're asking to go with him to get these Yeezys. And in turn, he said that they need to get a job. And I'm like, what do you mean get a job? What is up with that? I listen, my mom is not nearly as rich as him, but I was not forced to get a job while I was in school because I wanted something. Why I don't understand, if you're rich, why do I have to? And it's not like he said an internship at a NFL, whatever connection he got to give to her, oh, I want to work, I want to be this when I grow up, so I'm helping you do. He didn't say that. He said McDonald's on 17th Avenue or wherever the hell he said.
Did
Yes,
he?
he
That's
specifically
upsetting.
said, you said you were getting a job. I worked
McDonald's.
at McDonald's medicine to attain extra stuff I wanted in high school. Then the girl, I'm assuming it's a girl, I don't know. But when I finish school, I'm getting one. I'm assuming she means in the summer. How I'm gonna get a job and I have school and track practice to attend throughout the day. So then he goes to tell her, I caught the bus to school, then went to football practice, caught the bus to McDonald's for a 6-hour shift, all while maintaining a 2.2 GPA and being a star athlete. And I'm like, the bottom
Which
line is
what
you were
even is
poor.
that?
He was an athlete. They don't gotta do nothing. I wasn't that shocked by a 2.2 because regular bitches be
I
having
wasn't shocked, but
2.2.
it was just like I was just like,
But the
okay, you were
bottom line
doing all that with a D average. Like, what's your point?
the bottom line is that he was poor and he was forced to get a job, not because he just, I have so much work ethic and I want to get a job. No, your mama ain't had no money to give you. So why do I gotta go to work when you over here betting $50,000 on a game or whatever he was betting it on? No,
A
thank
fight.
you. Oh, a fight. No, thank you. I'm not
I do think
into
that's just kind of
forcing people to work when you not forcing them to work, but it's just like, why do I have to struggle when you already made it out of the struggle for us? There's different ways to teach work ethic, and I don't think doing something like that. I don't think that is. That's it
I
for me.
agree.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
I feel like no, I feel like nothing's wrong with telling your kids to like get a job per se.
Yeah,
But
me either.
I
There's
also
nothing wrong
see
with
why
that.
someone would be like, it's like just because what I don't like sometimes is when parents are like, I had this struggle, so you have to have this struggle too. And it's like,
That's more so where I'm coming
no,
from. Why? Why would no?
like
Why would
why
I
do
make
you
my
think
Yeah,
that?
that's weird. Yeah.
yes? Because that's where he was coming from. I did this,
I
this,
think
and
that's
this, and
very
this.
weird. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's weird. I I didn't grow up struggling or really wanting for anything, but even if I did, I wouldn't have all of these resources, but tell my kid, get it out the mud. Like,
yeah. That's more so where I'm getting. It's a problem with them getting a job. But I'm like, you have all this access to things, and if you really wanted them to get a job, why don't you find out what they want to do with their life, and you can put them in a position to be successful. Well, however, I'm assuming they're in like high school. You can put them in a position to like get
Yeah, in
ahead.
high school.
Why
She's in
are
high
you
school.
talking about working at McDonald's, working at the freaking mall for what? You have access to all this stuff to help them. Why would I be wasting my time here when people don't work at those kind of jobs because I want to get the experience. No, they have to get a fucking job because their parents don't have any fucking extra money to give them. That's where I'm coming from. Not like, don't get a job, just give me the money.
Not
That's
necessarily.
who
I mean,
is
I got
getting
a
a
job in high school, and it wasn't because I got a
you
job in
want
high school because I wanted to have my own money, and I didn't want to ask my mom for money to get clothes, get extra stuff. Like, yeah, she was getting the basics and doing stuff, but I wasn't always gonna want to go to my mom like, "Hey, can I get money for the movies? Hey, can I get money for this?" Like, that's at some point, like that just gets aggravating. Like, you want to have your own money, you want to be able to do what you want to do with your money. If I want to spend all my money at the food court, then homegirl can't tell me talk about you spend all your money at the food court because look, it's my money. If I would have spent $20 on some jerk fries, I would spend $20 on some jerk fries because it's my $20. So I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that people get jobs because they have to in high school. I personally, I like being
rich.
at the mall,
I, you weren't rich,
and
so I
and I
feel
happen
like
to work at Claire's.
I feel like that's a different thing because you
Yeah, but
weren't
I mean, I
rich.
just feel like rich kids should have jobs because that's how a lot of rich kids come
They
out
shouldn't.
as
I'm
assholes
saying,
and brats.
and I'm not
So
saying
you
that
should
they
get a
shouldn't
job.
get a job. I'm not saying that they shouldn't get a job, but why would I get a job that's not going to serve me ever in my
I mean, he
life
didn't
when I don't?
say what kind of job to get. He just said, this is the job I had. And he was explaining what he did. He didn't say, you need to go to that McDonald's. He just said, these are jobs I had. I worked at McDonald's off Edison because I wanted to buy extra stuff. You said you was going to get a job. Why are you asking me for money? And then he went on and told his whole story because she was like, oh, I ran track. I'm going to do that. He was like, well, since you're using that excuse, I did all this and I still had a job. So what's your excuse now? That's how I took it. He didn't tell
And
her to
then
go work at McDonald's. He just said, you said you wanted a job.
and
Other
then
people do it all the time.
everybody started getting on on the GPA. What suffered? And that's the reality
Yeah, I
of
don't
it.
understand the stuff. I don't understand the GPA thing, but also that's like not necessarily true either because people are athletes. That's just him. People are athletes. People do extracurriculars, have jobs, and are quote unquote poor, and they excel in school. So
Yeah, we're just gonna have to disagree because I do not think a rich person with access to a lot of things should be forcing their kids. Because I'm gonna assume she's at probably like 16 or something like that. No,
yeah, I think she's. I know she's younger, like younger in high school, because
yeah,
She runs track. I've seen her before, and she looks kind of
Yeah, I've
youngish.
seen it too.
At least, maybe I would give
Yeah.
her maybe like a sophomore, junior, like something like that. But yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I feel like if I was ever rich, I would still want my kids to work because I don't know. I just don't want spoiled brats. I don't want that. Like I've seen people be like that, and it's just disgusting.
I agree,
They
but
feel like
that's
they
something
don't have to work for anything just because your parent has money, and it's like, no, you should still have some responsibilities. I think the number one thing is work ethic and responsibilities, and knowing how
and
to
that's also,
balance
you
time.
can raise your kids, because I don't see him as a selfish person, because some, even though he didn't grow up rich, he's rich now. They can turn entitled and spoiled. I don't see him as that
Mm-hmm.
person. So then that's like, what is your parenting that you would
True.
turn them into that? Them getting a job at Paxson, and that wouldn't teach me work ethic, honestly. I had one job in high school and I quit that shit after a fucking week. I said, that's doing nothing for me. I hate coming here. I don't want to be here. No. So I get what
Well,
you're
for some
saying,
people, that'd be considered a spoiled brat
but I wasn't spoiled
because
because
you
I, even though I got an allowance, I had to do X, Y, and Z to get an allowance. If I didn't do all that, then I wasn't getting my money. So it's not like, oh, my mom was just giving me money and I didn't do anything for it. I still had this list of things that I had to do every week to get my money at the beginning of every month. And then I also got my money the first day of the month. And whatever I did with it at the end of it, by the second day, if I wanted to run out all my money, then that was on me. So I feel like there's other
I'm getting
ways.
$70 worth of weed.
Well, I got a lot of allowance for somebody who didn't have bills, but but I could have also easily spent it.
Why?
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel
I
like
feel like there's
it was
other
easy
ways.
to easily spend money back
Yeah,
then. Not Morgan looking in deep thought because she didn't have a job and you worked at Journeys, but you like quit
Yeah.
after like what 2 days.
Okay, well, first of all,
So we have two quitters.
no,
Two quitters.
my very first job, I was 16 and I was an intern at my mom's job, and I was getting paid $10 an hour, and it was great.
and
Girl,
that's something.
It
That's
was for
something
the
that I
summer.
mean. Like, not
she wasn't doing anything.
It was
She
no, no,
the
no,
didn't
no,
job
do
no.
that I was
anything. That
showing
does
up to
not
every
count as a
day.
job.
I'm not saying whether what she did or not, but what I'm saying is her mom put her in the position. She ain't have to go be sitting over there flipping burgers. Her mom knew that she had this
But you didn't
opportunity
say she had to flip burgers.
I'm just using that. Well, hell, don't nobody want to be folding clothes either.
I was,
Like, don't
I
nobody
was just
want
trying
to
to
be
figure out what
years.
would be the purpose. Because at that point, because everybody's saying like, "Oh, these jobs aren't serving me." How is that job serving you if you're getting everything done in 10 minutes and just because your mom put you on? How's that serving you? You ain't
It
doing
wasn't.
shit,
It
nor are you
wasn't,
learning anything.
but it was something easy. Is what
Morgan,
I'm saying.
right? Because then you said you would finish everything in like 10 minutes. You would just be like,
The point of the job wasn't like to teach me work ethic or anything. Like, it was, oh, well, there's this opportunity. If you like to take it, then sure, take it. In college, I had like summer jobs, but
"You
but
did."
being a student is also a job. Like, you have to have work ethic, and you have to have self discipline to be a good student. And just for me personally, for my mom and my family, that was just the most important job, not necessarily going to a job and like that whole thing. Cause I mean, that does take why can't I say that? Work ethic, work ethic, work ethic. Like I said, it takes work
That should be
ethic
tongue tied.
to be a good student and make really good grades consistently. So I feel like,
Agreed, especially in college.
yeah, so it's like I could get in college why a lot of my friends worked, because that's just what their parents wanted them to do or whatever. Like, I don't see a problem with that. Um, but I still do think that sometimes, like, I don't like regardless, I don't think it's a problem, quote unquote. But I would hope that if the parents had the resources to where their kid did not have to do that, that they would extend that to their child, just because college can be very stressful. And having to do both can take a toll depending on that person. So that's all.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Speaking of, that kind of
I
bleeds
don't know
into
anything
my
about track, so I don't know how
that kind of bleeds into my pop culture, which
If
mine
it's
is
the
like,
one that I think, I was gonna say, if it's the one I think it is, that girl is like doing a whole bunch in track. So I'm like, why
Yeah,
would
it's
why
probably
would
her
he say
because
that?
I think she's the only one that runs track.
well, yeah,
But
well then
he
that means
also
she's doing a lot
said
of
I don't know how
training and
that's
stuff. Like, let that girl be a
another
kid. But
reason
anyway,
I felt this- another reason why I felt the same way about it is because he had already said he chooses to have kids with certain type of women so they can be athletes. And I'm like, so why they gotta get a job? What then you picked my mama so I can be this
I
prime
mean,
time
being an
athlete.
athlete doesn't make you.
No. The
Being
way
an
he
athlete
was
doesn't mean
saying
you
it,
can't have a
no,
job.
the way he was saying it, he was like, I am breeding them to be professional athletes to make their money that way. And if that's what you're breeding me as, why do I
What kind of
go?
women is
I'll send it to you one time. He said it out of his mouth, and I was like, "Oh my god, what do you mean?" Like,
I'm trying to
and
figure
then
out what is his. I've never seen what his baby mamas look like. Are they like WNBA players?
his baby mamas are all regular dark skinned black
They're all
girls.
tall.
I don't know that they're all tall.
So how is he breeding
But
them?
he said that they're athletic. He did say they're all athletic, but they're all round the way dark
Oh,
skinned,
okay. Got
like
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. That's why I was like, where's the athlete coming from? If it's just you, okay, got it. Okay.
Next,
That nigga was just mad that day.
yeah.
All right, Morgan, what's yours?
so I was saying that bled into mine because mine is like pretty small, but I was just looking like, okay. So throw it off Yaya put on her story that her dad put her in like a new 2021 AMG or something. And she was like, I'll post pictures later. It's like at this point, what was the reason? Like you dedicated a story post just to write and type out like, so my dad got me a new car. I'm gonna post pictures later. Okay.
Why you just didn't post your pictures?
Okay.
Why you had to tell us if you were going to post pictures? Why you got to post the pictures?
So that brings me to the people on social media who seek validation. Because I think even if it's somebody that we all know or we might not all know, I think we know at least somebody or a few people that we see on social media that's constantly seeking that validation and that approval. And it's like, sis, it's the internet, you know. You don't have to you don't you don't have to tell me these things. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
I just think it's weird.
Especially when it's so excessive to the point that you're putting out information that could possibly or does violate your privacy or the privacy of others, or could possibly put you in danger because you're putting on this information because you want people to retweet it so badly. It's like, why are you showing me the floor plans of your house? Now I know how to rob your ass.
That's very weird.
Like,
that's
why are you
very
guys being
weird.
weird?
Just because you wanted me to know the square footage.
Like, that's weird. That is strange behavior.
It's weird, and it's just like, this isn't like groundbreaking news. Your billionaire father just got you a car. Okay, cool. I could see if somebody was on the internet like, oh my gosh, you guys, I have been through so much, but I've met a goal and I just want to let you know that like you can do this too, blah blah blah. Like, I don't feel like that's for validation or approval. Like stuff like that, I don't. But this, okay, your billionaire dad got you another car. Okay. Give me the reason. Next. Can
and I
you
don't
drive
care to
that
see
car to your
pictures.
boyfriend's house? No, because your baby daddy is at the jail. So
Yep,
choices.
straight up in where he at? He in a 337.
Choices. Your choices aren't that great. So
Facts,
and
they're
now
not.
see, that's one of them ones that's a waste of a resource because you had the world at your feet and what you chose to do.
Right.
Be stupid.
That's why I will never understand those people that want to be this whole ghetto hood aesthetic so bad. Like I knew someone like this when I was younger, and it just never made sense to me. It's like this person was she came from a good household. Her mom, her mom wasn't rich or anything, but her mom provided for her, made sure she was at good schools, made sure she had everything that she wanted plus needed. And she just really wanted to be with this whole ghetto girl hood aesthetic. And it just used to stress me out because I'd be like, why?
What is the reason?
like, why would you want to? Why do you purposely want to make it look like you're struggling?
It's very
Like,
weird.
it's very, very strange. Like,
She
why are you
wants to
purposely
relate to the
changing your
rap
weight?
music.
It's weird.
And it's like them
I
niggas
don't
wasn't
know.
struggling either, sis. It's all a lie. It's all a lie.
It's all a lie.
So at that
It's
point,
all a
hang it
lie.
up. Like, there's nothing cute about struggling.
Nothing.
Like,
Nothing. Nothing. Like,
stupid.
I'm telling you, the people that are truly struggling do not want you to also struggle with them. And they don't want you to make a mockery of their struggle because these people are actually struggling and it's like real life shit that they are like 12 years old having to figure out how they can help their parents pay for rent.
Right.
Why would you ever want to to me it's fucking weird. It's almost as bad as white people trying to do these whole blacks and shit. It's fucking weird. Like why are you that's a whole nother
She was like, let me hop off
episode
my
because that shit be
soapbox
getting me
because it's really weird.
sick. People like that, not right in the head.
We knew she
Okay,
wasn't right
so
in the
I'm glad I
head.
got two today. Well, I'm glad I have found two because Jametra, she talked about Tyrese being. It's this fucking screenshot. Look at him with the razor in his
When
hand.
I say I was
Please.
screaming, I was cracking up at that video. And I kept watching it over and over again because I was like, I know this man is not doing it. And she was like, why are you licking your lips? I'm like, bitch, if you don't shut up, y'all both are fucking weird.
Oh.
She was like, why are you licking your lips? No, what she said, she was like, I know you're supposed to be shaving me, but I'm thinking about something else right now. Girl, what is wrong with you? What is
That is
wrong with
sick.
y'all?
That is
Crazy.
sick.
Stressful.
That's crazy because never mind. Okay. Okay, so my pop culture is
You know,
it was nothing like that. I was not gonna say I was in that same position.
I was gonna
I
say
wasn't gonna say that.
tea lime,
I
honey.
was just gonna say that one time that a boyfriend of mine helped me wax. Because if you've ever waxed yourself,
Okay.
that
Yeah,
shit's
that does
hell.
hurt.
And I was literally sitting there like, I can't pull it. I can't pull it. I can't pull it. I was like, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
But she also was
He
like,
did it.
Instagram, I'm sorry that I got a man who likes to shave me, because that's what she said as to why
Like,
she put
that's
it up
weird.
there.
That part is weird. It's like the whole him helping, like, okay, that doesn't really irk my nerves. It's the putting it on the
Yeah,
internet part.
yeah, and the
Like, what?
comments
Yeah.
that you were saying on
And
the
at her big
internet.
age, why does she need help?
Hmm?
At
I
her big age,
totally,
why does she need help?
her legs were up like she was about to give birth. I guess it was getting all
Yes,
up
they
in
were like,
there. And
I saw her feet.
yes.
I mean, sometimes pregnant women will get their spouse
Is
or
she
their
pregnant?
partner to help. I don't think she's pregnant. I'm just giving you examples of
Okay, yeah, I
sometimes you
understand
need help.
pregnant people. Those are
Or I don't
different. But
know.
she's not
If you're
pregnant.
not pregnant, maybe you just can't reach a spot. I don't know. Maybe you injured and you have limited mobility. I don't know.
No,
But like,
Them legs
said
move. She didn't
help.
have that much limited mobility.
She said, I can't help that I have a man who likes to shave me. She was like, y'all bitches better get
I
y'all one.
I'm
Because
not
I
talking
got
about her.
one. I
I'm
don't know.
just talking about the other times where it would make sense.
She said,
That's
she
sick.
said she can't help
Okay.
it.
That is sick. Okay. So mine is Mr. Blueface Baby. He Apparently, he has a TV show. They're on season 2, apparently. But I don't know what the premise of the TV show is, but he has a whole bunch of women living in one house. They got bunk beds and shit. And from this video is he's forcing all of them to get a tattoo of him.
Of his face?
So as you, I'm assuming, yeah. So on the video, you see him going. It's at least I see at least 10 girls that he showed in this video. They all in this. They're literally living like they're in foster care. It's like bunk beds in multiple
It's giving
rooms.
Flavor of Love.
They all have bonnets on. Then they got the tattoo man. He just walking around in each room. What'd you say?
Flavor of Love had bitches in bunk beds?
No, they had their own beds. You remember Safari? She was beating that
They're
white
in
girl
the
up
fight.
for her bed. They had their own beds. They was just sharing rooms, but they had their own beds.
That makes more sense. But the bunk beds were a bit much more like how you determine who get the top.
No, that's stressful.
I'm gonna go in the top. I'm not arguing with somebody over who gets the top and who gets the
Blueface
bottom.
really ain't even nobody
Okay.
to be doing all this. You're a new rapper.
Literally. So hold on. So this whole video blew up on social media, and a lot of people are saying like, y'all think it's funny now, but in the next 20 years it's gonna be like another R. Kelly thing, blase blase. So then one of the girls, she goes on Instagram and was like, y'all want to tarnish his name and trying to bring him down for what at the Shade Room? Y'all should have been tuned in. We did more than get tattoos and slept on bunk beds. Blue paid for all 14 girls' flights. He got our hair done, nails and toes done twice, teeth whitening and tooth gems, which are $50 a gem, bitch. I had like 15 gems. You do the math. We did a ton of activities every day, which then required food and drinks afterwards. He paid for groceries. He even took us to Walmart and told us grab anything we wanted. Bitches' boyfriends don't even do that. Thumbs down. Mind you, we there for 21 days, so we went to Walmart a lot. We had a private chef cooking for us every day. Fuck is y'all talking about? Video shoots, photo shoots. I mean, the list goes on and on, my nigga. Niggas hating Blueface because low-key they wish they came up with his idea for real. We all a bunch of low lives. Nobody is better than the next person. We going to the top together. Only the strong survives. And apparently that's a quote from her. Well, she said daddy, so I'm assuming
The bar is
that's probably
literally
Blueface.
in hell.
Who would low life?
That man
I don't know.
on some Walmart trip and now it's worth getting him tatted.
It was the tooth gems and the Walmart trips for me.
I got like 15 gems.
Whose boyfriend's not taking them to Walmart?
Like what?
Girl, what's cost 50? You tell me.
He's sick. Very sick. Very sick.
And you hype about
I was
it?
like,
Why
what?
you have between two gems? Like, is he going across like some braces?
No. Yeah, I want to know how she got 15.
I was wondering that. So I was like, where are all these tooth gems? I thought people would get like one or two.
Like, you get one or two.
Like, why you got so many?
Did you get one or two and they fell out and so you had to get more? Like, what was that?
Like,
It's very
this is 15
weird.
at a time. Yeah, I don't know. Homegirl was
Had to get on the
she was
top.
doing a lot.
It's
Definitely a top bunk bitch.
None of the
She
things
decided
she
to climb it.
mentioned still gives me a justification for getting this man tatted. Nothing you said.
I don't know exactly.
Nothing you said made enough sense. Because it's not only are you getting him tatted, you in a line with other girls to get him tatted. It's not like this your man.
It's her saying they was there for 21 days, so they went to Walmart a lot.
Girl, I hate it here.
They were crazy.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick. They are going crazy. People need to go outside and touch some goddamn grass because fuck.
Her mental health is suffering.
Who's that? Coyle Ray?
What is that? somebody had Jazz TV show, but she got her ponytail right here. And so they said, look, they said same energy. Why was her ponytail right there? The rest of it,
I don't know. It's just
yeah, it's just sitting there. Like nothing. I can't even see her hair in the back or like what's happening. Why
that's
is it
almost
sitting
as
like
bad as that girl on TikTok that be gluing pieces to her head, her bald head that she shaved.
Maybe
yeah.
it wasn't
But
done yet.
she be doing that for fun.
She be doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
This girl looks like that
this
was
was
style.
because the rest of her hair is slick.
Oh my gosh, I almost spit out my water. Okay, let's get on to the episode. Sorry, y'all. We were little blabbermouths with that one. Okay, so if you can't tell by the topic, today we're going to be talking about, the infamous, the oh so coveted, the everybody wants to be damsel in distress. Ooh, Romeo, Romeo, where are you? You may be asking yourself. Now, I be listening to these episodes. And these girls don't be giving me damsel in distress. They more giving me fuck that nigga, fuck that nigga. So like, where you guys going with this? And you're right. That's exactly what it is. But the reason for this episode is because I have observed that it just seems like, okay, you know how people just be saying like, they don't want this type of person, they don't want this type of person, but they really do. They just be saying that shit. I've noticed a lot of niggas be lying, saying that they don't want, well, they do be saying they want submissive women, but they be saying like, oh, they don't want a woman that don't got it on her own, blase, blase, blase. They want somebody, that already made when they get them. But from my observations, these niggas be wanting damsels in distress, okay? They want to come in and be, ha, I saved you, young lady. Come in my arms. Woo. That's what they want.
That's exactly
even though they
what
be
they
lying
want.
saying that's not what they want.
But then they want a maid, and then somebody who works a 9 to 5 that makes $500,000 a year and takes care of them. But lets them pay the
Exactly. They
bill.
want damsel in distress 2.0.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the premise of this episode is to find out if the ladies of Not That Complicated are damsel in distresses. Well, damsels in distress. Yeah. As soon as I said, I was like, that's not right. Are we damsels of distress? It's just crazy because I have it written damsels in, and I still said
That's the word
distresses.
of the week.
So
Distresses.
the first question is, distresses. Could you? That's sick. Okay, so would you consider yourself an independent woman? Are you a damsel in distress? I mean, if that's what you is, that's what you is.
No.
I know damn well I ain't no damsel in distress. Everything I do it myself. So.
And not Jametra says she's a damsel in distress.
She's a troll.
Literally. Do not listen to her. She's lying.
I am a damsel in distress.
When?
I'm not independent. I do not. I want to cook and clean and wash clothes, stuff like that.
And if you ever see that on any of her social media accounts, she has been kidnapped. Alert the authorities.
Immediately.
That's going to be my statement when they be like, what if I see this from your account? What will let me know that you're in harm's way? I want to cook and clean and be a stay-at-home mom. That's when you know I've been abducted. I have been abducted.
Oh, I want to stay at home mom now. I want to be a stay-at-home wife. I don't know. Them other two over there, they anti. Me, I'm not. I am not being a stay-at-home.
As for me and my household, I could be a stay-at-home wife.
Jametra, I can stay at home.
Not I can stay at home.
But I also clarify stay-at-home mom because I feel like that's different. Stay-at-home mom and stay-at-home wife is different.
I could be either.
But she's always said she
If
wants to
you
be a
don't,
stay-at-home wife, and I've always said I don't want to do that.
The mom, no. I need a separate life outside of my kids.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be a stay-at-home wife either. Sounds boring.
I'm gonna be a Pilates
Okay, so
tennis.
not Pilates. You do Pilates now?
I'll get into it. I'll have a lot of extra time. I will.
She's sick. She's gonna be picking up all types of shit. She's gonna be doing Pilates. She's gonna be doing Orange Theory. She's gonna be
I'm gonna get a
going on
Peloton.
wine. I don't even know. It's not a Peloton. Your booty gonna hurt. This thing's hurt.
Please.
Go ahead to get you a special seat. Okay, so seems like we have 2 independents and 1 damsel. So, women, do you guys believe that men, I mean, y'all kind of answer this, but do y'all think that men are looking for a damsel in distress?
They want an independent woman who is a damsel in distress.
Exactly.
They want you to be able to do things on your own, but not enough to where you don't need them, because then they really hold no power over you, and they don't like that.
Exactly. That's why I said they want
Good
you
answer.
to go to work every day.
Mhm.
I said they want you to go to work every day,
No,
but
you
you
can
got
do
to
that.
give them your money. But you give them your money so they can pay the bill, so it can make them look good. I'm serious. That's what they want.
That's disgusting.
They want to be
That's
the stay-at-home
disgusting.
wife.
Hell no. Mm-mm. No way in hell. No. Okay, so let's back this up. I just thought about it. We might have listeners there that not under. I would hope you understand what the hell a damsel in distress is. Read a goddamn book. But
Well,
if you don't know what a damsel in distress is, what'd you say?
I just said a TikTok where it's like, read a book, miss, drop out.
You ain't shit. But essentially, a damsel in distress is a woman that is saved by her Prince Charming. A man comes in, swoops in. She's just having such a hard time. And she just, the only way that it can be fixed is if a man comes in and fixes it, because obviously a woman would never be able to fix her own issues. That's what a damsel in distress is, if you didn't know that. So, with that, in mind, now that the listeners are understanding where we're coming from with that one, I would like to go back to what you guys said earlier. Y'all were saying like how they want somebody independent, but they also want a damsel in distress. Like, but what does that look like? How are you independent but also?
Okay, I
You
feel
know what I'm saying?
like there's different types of men, but let's just say a man who is established, he has pretty much his stuff together, meets a woman who has her own house, has her own car, is in her career, doing just fine. Some men, that alone is just like, oh no, that's too much. Like she's gone too far in life. I can't mess with that, right? So that takes out some of them. Then you have the ones that doesn't really intimidate them, so they inch a little further, right? But it's the fact that, okay, well, I try to do things for her and she keeps shooting me down, shooting me down. And instead of just taking the initiative and doing it anyway, they fall into the background, because I do feel like sometimes as independent women, when men are like, "Oh, I'm going to do this for you," and we say like, "Oh no, you don't have to," and they don't, we'd be looking like, "So you just not go do it?" Like, take the initiative or do it and tell me that you did it instead of asking me, "Can you do it?" But that's another episode. But I just feel like when men come across women who absolutely do not need them for a single thing, it makes them feel like they have no place, because I think a lot of men, their identities are in what they can do and what they can necessarily, I guess, provide. And if they aren't in a place to where they can provide much more than what she can provide for herself, it's like you're not really changing any dynamics of her life. So I think men like to come across women who aren't doing as well as them, because it's like, oh, I can do this for her. It doesn't dent my pocket that much. It doesn't dent my pocket that much, but to her it's like I'm doing the absolute most, and they like that. So it's like,
Mm-hmm. Yep. What about you, Jametra? What do you think that looks like? An independent damsel in distress.
Didn't I say I was a damsel?
Like, how would one achieve that?
I'm only a damsel. I'm not.
Okay, well, Miss Damsel, my bad.
But
Excuse
seriously,
the hell out of us independents.
I'm not a mix. But seriously, I think, first of all, y'all mess up when y'all say, oh, okay, I'm being serious now. I do whatever I want for myself. But if somebody's offering, I'm not going to say no. That's what I think. Don't, why are you saying no? Just say, oh, okay. You don't have to say, oh, no, you don't have to. You don't have to say that. You can just say, oh, okay, that's nice of you. And get whatever they're giving you. Or if you don't really want it, then only say no if you really, really don't want it. Not because you want them to pass some extra hurdle or just, just to prove that they take initiative. I mean, that's getting you nowhere, because now you mad they didn't take initiative and you don't got whatever they was going to give you.
yes, I agree. I do think that, I don't know, I feel like it's a complex some people have. I don't do that anymore. I used to, but I do like, I would prefer for a man to just do something and let me know that they did it. Like, that's just my personal preference. Like, if you ask me, then okay, like that's cool, but I would just prefer it be handled and then you tell me that it's handled.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. But people aren't mind readers, so sometimes you do have to let people know. Unfortunately, I think they should be mind readers, but who am I? For me personally, I think I couldn't really tell you what that looks like. I mean, I guess how Jametra explained it is like, in a perfect world, everybody should be independent and everybody should want to be independent. And if you're going, depending on your background, if you're going off, say you're going off religious reasons, then you would know how to be, quote unquote, this damsel in distress, this submissive woman. You would know when to pull back. But I think because times are so evolved from those roots, it's kind of harder in our times to do that, because a lot of women are getting degrees, a lot of women are getting their first homes on their own, a lot of women are getting their own cars, blah, blah, blah. So it's harder for women in this time to navigate when do you let a man, quote unquote, be a man and make these decisions? Because it's like, nigga, I already got my own house. Was I supposed to wait on you?
We are statistically
And
more successful than Black men. So
yeah.
Exactly.
And I also think our parents, like people for men our age, our parents did them a disservice, or their parents did them a disservice, because a lot of times you hear, well, my mama worked 17 million jobs and took care of 3 kids by herself. Why can't you do it? Like, you hear, even like, your mom hated you. Your mom was miserable.
yeah.
Your mom, that she closed her legs. Your mom wanted to send you with your daddy. Like, why would she just want to choose to do that? She was not happy. Yeah, she did it because she had to, but she just didn't wake up and say, let me go to this second, third, and fourth job because I love working. I work so hard, 17-hour days.
Right.
Dishes.
The Vits.
That never
Yeah,
happened.
no one said that. No one ever said that. But yeah, I agree definitely that this generations before us did do a disservice in that sense of creating this narrative that if she's not doing that, then something's wrong with her. Like if she's not willing to do that, then something's wrong with her. It's a very strange scenario. So I guess my answer for it is like I genuinely don't know, and I feel like me personally, because I don't think I did answer the first question. I am independent, but